killed it. Is that white or is that green? Might just have to put up with the old white bass. Oh, golly. That one roped it, man. They know how to party once you get a hook in them, man. There's another one. Yeah, guys, that's not a bad one on that little Ark CM 36. Bass, guys. Definitely a bass. Got one. There we go. Is that a white? Yeah, that's a white bass, guys. Still taking. First fish of the day. It's a good white bass too. Definitely will take him. I was hoping it would be a green one, but y'all, I never thought I'd say this again, but the lake is actually over pool. It's a bit flooded out. It's pretty dang windy today. It seems like it's just got the fish scattered everywhere per usual, like it's been the last few trips I've been here. But I'm gonna try cranking today. I got the Rapala ultralight crank tied on, 1/8 ounce, 1.5 inches. Got a pretty good knocker in it. The water's still pretty stained, and it's bright out, so that chrome finish on it, I think that could be the ticket. I'm throwing that thing on my Cast King Kestrel light action BFS rod, 6'9", mod fast action with a Sioux Dark Wolf and 6-pound line. Get him? I got him. He hit it twice. Oh, well, we got another species of bass, just not the one we're looking for. And that's why he didn't get it the first time. He was pretty small, but Lord, he got it upside the head there. Guys, like I said, we got us another species of bass, just not the one we're looking for. Little yellow bass. Hit that ultralight crank a few times. Little yellow bass, guys. Never even come over by this little cut before because it's normally not even underwater, but definitely is underwater today. Clearing that whole area out for a new housing development too. Another little yellow bass on the ultralight crank. There's one. Oh! I'm pretty sure that same fish chased it in a little while ago. That's a good sized white bass, guys. Yeah, he killed it. I just had to change angles on him a little bit and run it parallel to the shade instead of perpendicular through it. Look at that. Completely down the gullet. He got it a little bit in the gill, but he should be all right, guys. Golly, what's up with these little bitty yellow bass, guys? Things are tiny. There we go. Ah, yellow bass again. He's a little bit bigger. You can feel these little boogers out there hitting it. I want to find a green bass or two, but chances are looking slim the later it gets. I don't know what's up. There's one. Guys, that might be a green one. That one might be a green. It's pulling. That one might be green, guys. What is that? Ah, well, it's a bigger fish at least. White bass. There's fish out there, so there's a rock pile right there that's just under the surface. I'm sitting at about 4 feet of water casting to it. It's like an island of rocks, and it's not normally submerged, but there's fish on it. I just don't know if any of them are green or not. Y'all, this one had me second guessing for a little while. He was pulling pretty hard, but still the wrong color. He's white, not green. Oh, nailed it. Is that white or is that green? This one nailed it. Ooh. There we go. Well, I thought he was green, but just a dark white bass. And he's bigger than the last one even, so we're onto something. He just hacked up a shad. We're throwing the right bait now. Hopefully we'll get a largemouth to come out and play with us soon. But for right now, might just have to put up with the old white bass. He was generous enough to leave his dinner behind for me. Another one, guys. Yes, sir. We can't have the largemouth today. I'll take some white bass. Bite out here has been tough as it can get the last couple of weeks, so to find a school of fish willing to eat, I shouldn't complain one bit. Y'all, and the biggest advice that I can give you on these micro cranks, you guys that have been watching me for a year or two now, you know I always put a snap on the front. I typically always throw it on 6-pound fluoro because it sinks and it's small diameter, and you've got to use a pretty soft rod to help you really launch the bait and help it keep bottom contact grinding down there and getting these fish to react. Got one, guys. I wanted to see if they would eat the Ark crankbait. They definitely will eat the Ark crankbait too. He's not very big. That's still a white though, that's not a yellow. This little guy just ate an Ark Fishing CM36. So get this, it's 5.8 grams or 13/64 of an ounce. And it's 1 3/4 inches long, and it's got a nice rattle to it. I got it in a white with a chartreuse stripe on it. We'll see if they'll keep eating this. There. This one might be a yellow. You can tell how they hit it, guys. I could tell that was a yellow just because he kind of mushed it. I gave that little guy a bloody nose, but he just barely got the back treble on that little Ark crankbait. That thing bombs though on the 7.4 Dobbin Sierra. There's another one. There's another one, guys, with wake boats rolling in. He's got friends too. Surprised I just didn't catch two. That's a good white bass right there, boys. That's one of the bigger ones we've caught today. Yeah, guys, that's not a bad one on that little Ark CM36. I'm launching it out there with my Dobbin 7.4 Sierra and a Sioux Dark Wolf with 7-pound sunline. There he is. Got him that time. Screaming at me. Little white bass. They know how to party once you get a hook in them, man. They never fail to give you a pretty good fight on BFS. It's fun. That is a 12-inch white bass. Y'all saw me just destroying white bass that were 16 inches long earlier this winter. So this thing is not very big in comparison, but like I said, anything is welcome today after the couple of weeks we've had. Oh, felt him load up into that crankbait. He doesn't feel very big. That might be a yellow. No, just a little white. We're wearing them out here now though. There's definitely a school that rolled through. Wearing the little white bass out. Oh, golly. That one roped it, man. Line dry back at the pitcher style. I couldn't even hardly react. He just smashed it. All right, there we go. There's another quality one. That one would eat as well. That is a solid one, guys. All right. We'll put him on the board. He'll probably be 13 or 14 inches. Probably 14. Yeah, I was spot on, guys. 14 inches on the dot. I'm liking how that CM36 wobbles too, guys. You know I love my little crankbaits. I think that's gonna be a regular for me. It's the only bad part about those white bass too. They'll leave your boat deck looking like a damn rodeo pit, but I suppose, like I said, it's better than not catching fish today, because we were doing a pretty good job of that earlier. There's another little yellow. Well, they quit biting the slightly bigger CM36, so I took a few more casts with the ultralight crank, guys. Got us another yellow. I think we've had our fun at this spot. I think I'm going to go try to actually catch some largemouth before it gets too much later. Bass, guys. Definitely a bass. That was a good bass too. Hopefully y'all saw that. God dang it. Got one, guys. Got fish. Please. Trying to get that bass to bite again. I don't think he's gonna do it. He felt the hook. Fat little channel cat though. That's the thing, is I'm pretty sure I'm around fish. They're just not really eating. There's a little channel cat. He's pretty. Guys, I got that bass to bite, and I just caught that channel cat on a 3/32 ounce Kitech mono spin jig. It's got the monofilament guard on there, a number 4 hook, and a 2-inch Euro tackle B-vibe. And again, if y'all have been watching me a while, y'all have seen me catch bass in the 5 up to 7 pound range on this thing. There's something. What is that? What is that, boys? Oh boy, first green one. There we go. Up against the retaining wall. That good one we lost back in that cut. That stings pretty good though. That was a nice bass. The old spotted bass. Maybe they'll start coming alive here in the evening. We'll see if the bite picks up at all. That little spot ate the ultralight crank. There's something. There's something, boys. What do we got? We got us a green one. Marina never fails. Had one jump off over on the other side, but Marina never fails to put a green one in the boat. That mono spin jig, 3/32 of an ounce, the 2-inch Euro tackle B-vibe on it. Took long enough to get a largemouth in the boat, right? Another one, boys. Doesn't feel too big, but it's another green one. Spot. Little spotted bass on that spin jig. Got another one, boys. That one, it's a little better too. In here in the calm water. That's probably about the size of the one that jumped off over there, maybe a little smaller. Putting baits back up in here where they don't normally go, so that might be the trick. Kind of tucked away in here. A little largemouth on that spin jig. My jig rod is a Dobbins 701C Sierra with an Ark Gravity BFS on there with 6-pound Seaguar red label fluoro. There's another one, boys. Another little spotty, I think. Yep. Guys, we're definitely not catching the giants today, but we're putting some fish in the boat. I'm telling you, since the water came up, you've heard me say it a million times, but They have been really hard to find since the lake filled all the way up, and now it's even overpool a little bit. Well, I don't really know what to tell y'all. This lake's just been kicking my butt the last few times I've been out here. And I tried to cover all new water today, fish all new spots, and just hardly any of them were productive except for that one little offshore rock pile that had a ton of white bass and yellow bass on them. And I suppose that's the highlight of the trip, was using those really small crankbaits to dredge up those white bass and yellow bass. There's another look at the Rapala ultralight crankbait. Probably did the most damage and caught the most fish, but that Ark Fishing CM36 is also a really solid BFS option, and it's got a little bit louder of a rattle to it than that ultralight crank does, which in the water clarity and condition that we have right now is honestly a better thing. So, and I guess if nothing else, we did have an encounter with a sizable bass. I just couldn't put it in the boat on the spin jig. I do like the tungsten head spin jigs, guys, especially when the bite's tough. It's as sensitive as it gets, and when you have it on 6-pound line, you can feel everything, especially on that Dobbin 701C. I know I didn't catch any big bass, guys, but like I said, I had one decent one on, and hopefully the big ones will get hungry again after spawning here real soon. But I'm just gonna keep grinding, keep putting in the hours, keep putting in the time on the water, and hopefully we'll start getting a bit more productive trips. But if y'all stuck with me this long, I really appreciate it. Leave a like for me. Consider subscribing if you haven't yet, guys. Please talk with me down in the comments below and share this with a Finesse loving friend. Check out links to gear and discount codes in the description, and check out the link in the pinned comment below for some more good bait finesse bass action. But other than that, y'all take her easy, and we'll catch you on the next one. Oh, golly. That one roped it, man. Line dry back at the pitcher style. I couldn't even hardly react. He just smashed it.